Alright, we are going to start a new game of Pokemon White. Alright, we are going to start a new game of Pokemon White. There are three choices: the grass type Snivy, the fire type Tepig, which is the best for speed running out of the three starters. And Oshawott, we're going to go with Oshawott and the grass type Snivy, the fire type Tepig, which is the best for speed running out of the three starters. And Oshawott, we're going to go with Oshawott. Alright, it's time to face Bianca. Tackle is going to be the best move early game. Alright, I'm just testing the echo here. Alright, I'm just testing the echo here. Alright, I'm just testing the echo here. Continue to use tackle. Continue to use tackle. Continue to use tackle. Yeah, I've been messing with the settings a little bit to try to deal the echo. Yeah, I've been messing with the settings a little bit to try to deal the echo. Yeah, I've been messing with the settings a little bit to try to deal the echo. Maybe I'm trying something to take out the echo. Maybe this could work. Let's see. I'm not hearing an echo. I think we figured it out. So Cheren's going to have the Pokemon that is stronger against you throughout as the starter. Bianca is going to have the weaker one throughout the game. Use the X button to go and save. So I have a brand new save started. Bianca's gonna go home after intruding in your room. So Mom's gonna heal your Pokemon. And gives you a cross transceiver. The other thing we're going to go is good options. We're going to turn on text speed to fast. That's going to speed things up later. good to talk to everyone around, see if they will give you any items or just tell you some backstory, right? Go into people's homes. No one locks their doors. Bianca's dad seems less than thrilled about Bianca going around. Bianca's mom feels differently because children just go on adventures with Pokemon, even though they're like 14 years old. That says Bianca's house. That's Cheren's house, even though kids don't own their own homes. The X button is vitally important for trainers. The X button opens up the menu. So if you've got Pokemon, you can go and look at what Pokemon you have. Look up Oshawott, for example, and if you kind of scroll through, you can see what kind of moves it has. And the second menu generally is going to give you some other information about badges. You can also look in your bag. And they split it up into medicine items, TMs, and HMs, berries, key items. Essentially, there are different categories for items. We're now going to go to Juniper's Pokemon lab because she's the professor. You can give your Pokemon a nickname, doesn't really make a difference. I guess nicknames do make a difference if you were to trade the Pokemon to another trainer, they have to keep that name, but otherwise. Pokédex is basically a computing device. It tracks every Pokemon you encounter, and it gives information to the professor about Pokemon. Like an encyclopedia, online encyclopedia. They want to learn what they do in life. They're like 14 years old. So Mom just brings over a bunch of town maps. head up. We're going to go to the right, and then we go up on the Route 1. The rivals are a bit friendlier in this game than in some of the older games. Professor Juniper is going to demonstrate how a poor innocent Patrat gets attacked by a mean Gino. Just for a showcase of how to throw a Pokeball. Reduce the Pokemon's HP. With attacks. Basically, this is a pretty decent explanation. There's status moves. You're gonna start out with 5 Poké Balls. Eventually, you'll want to get all the way up to like 30 balls, so you can catch a variety. So Route 1 is northward from your hometown. The person carrying the most Pokemon is the winner. The trainer trips are actually pretty decent. Like, oh, go and talk to every trainer. Go into wild grass. Not every Pokemon game has like these kind of useful tips. So this trainer just gives you a potion. That's neat. Potions heal 20 health. So they're expecting you to catch a Pokemon first, so try to catch a Pokemon. Lillipup is actually a great Pokemon that I want to start from the get-go here. One of the best Pokemon in the game this early on. Lillipup is using the speed run. Catch here, right at the beginning, Route 1. There's the puppy Pokemon. Lillipup up right now. Let's do the comparison. We both have 2 Pokemon now. Now you can compare. Just go down, take a look, and see what's here. I think it's just this one person. See what's whether there's anything worthwhile here. Probably not. So again, more trainer tips. We're gonna head back up. We are now in Accumula Town, the fast-growing town. Juniper. So the format of Pokemon Centers vary by game a little bit. You can always heal in Pokemon Centers. There's always some trainers. This is to store Pokemon in boxes or items in boxes. Someone is the person who made the Pokemon storage system. So the Pokémarts in this game are actually in the Pokemon Centers. That's going to vary by game. So that's kind of a unique little sequence. Apparently you don't have a lot of money right away, but I would still suggest at this point having 10 Poké Balls here. But that'll give you a lot of options for catching Pokemon. Potions, not necessarily, but I would suggest 10 Poké Balls at this point. Generally when I get to a Pokemon Center, I also try to save. Saving every now and then is a good idea. So upstairs gives you some interesting options. It's called the Union Room in this game. So you can do trades and battles. In other Pokemon games, that's maybe in another room, because in older games you'd have to go left into another room, but you just go upstairs in this game. Getsus of Team Plasma. About Pokemon Liberation. This mysterious person named N. You already met Getsus. Getsus and N are characters you come across again. You're facing a Furloin first. Tackle is going to be a better choice. I mean, look at how strong this Lillipup is. Took out a level 7 Pokemon. And gained 2 levels. Awesome. Actually gained 3 levels. That's actually kind of wild. Big part of the game is battling gym leaders. Most games you have to beat 8 gyms. And the gym leaders will give you, you know, money, give you special moves, and advance the game. Interesting battles already. We've battled both rivals who are friendly rivals, and we've fought N so far. It's mysterious N that you'll learn more about in the future. So movement in this game is just using the D-pad. That's all I'm doing. Going through a route changing area. Route 2 is sunny. I'm gonna go west to Route 2. Mom gives you a call. And then just chases you down. Gives you running shoes. Now that's a nice ability because you can hold the B button down. So you hold down the B button while you're using a D-pad and suddenly you can really run around. Okay, on the left side we have an item in the wild area. Got another potion. Looks like I can't cross there, so I actually need to go loop around here. So one of the Pokemon on Route 2 is Patrat. At the very least, it's going to be down to yellow health. Yellow is 50% or less. Red is ideal. So Patrat becomes your third Pokemon. That's what you end up catching next. When you run into the view of a trainer the fight. So we've got Youngster Jimmy first. Youngster Jimmy is a level 7 Patrat. We're gonna keep using Tackle at the stage with Lillipup. It is really the only offensive move so far. Lillipup learns Bite. Bite is a decent move, but I would... Alright, so seeing what the health is at this point, I'm going to run back to the Pokemon Center and go to heal. Just holding down the B button, using the D-pad to the right. Fully healed again. We're gonna run back. Basically, whenever your main Pokemon, I feel, when your main Pokemon is low on health, is a good opportunity to heal. You can always use potions, but it's free. I mean, it's just free. Tackle is just fine. So, because Tackle is a move that has 50 damage, or 50 power rather. Bite is a move you learn at level 8 with Lillipup, and it's a dark type. So 60 is higher power. However, Lillipup is a normal type. You get a 50% bonus, same type attack bonus. It's called a stab. So the 50 actually does more damage than the 60. You can jump off ledges. Thank you, random trainer. Talk about Tackle would be better move generally. However, Bite is a dark type, meaning that anything it's good against, fighting types, better to use a Bite move. Or like a Psychic move rather, or a Psychic Pokemon, not a fight Pokemon. Early on, and most of the time, I'm going to go ahead and fight wild Pokemon as well. Because that's just experience points, if not enough. Lillipup's already level 9. One of the tricks you can do in Pokemon games is, not that I'm doing that here, but if you were to get closer to a Pokemon trainer, it's going to save you a little time. The effort that it takes to walk to you takes more time off than you walking through. So there's a tree that can be cut down on the left side. You don't have a move, a hidden machine called Cut yet. And you can go up here and you can get some items. These red balls are not actually Poké Balls, they're items. So you can pick up a potion here on the past Youngster Roll and going right. And there's also a Poké Ball here, which is nice. And Bianca catches up. Rival battle. Looks like Bianca's gonna first off roll out with her own Lillipup. This is a level 6. Tackle should take it out. 66 experience points. Bianca next is going to put in the Pokemon that is weak against your main Pokemon, which in this case, a level 7 starter is Tepe, but it's just whichever starter is weaker. Tackle. Lillipup is already level 11, which is great. Nice 700 G. You're a tough cookie. We're 42 minutes into the game. We're gonna keep moving north now. We started out west a little bit, but really Route 2's been kind of a north-bound thing. Now I can recall how to reach the map. So you can go to the items, to your items, and look at the town map. So we are going north right now. North on Route 2. So we started here in Accumula Town with Juniper Pokemon Lab. We moved north up to Accumula Town, which had a Pokemon Center and the end battle. And then we're now getting into Striaton City, which is going to have the first gym. Not there yet, but we're pretty close. This is going to be Striaton City. Okay, so really the first building on the right here, on the right, this guy gives you a, or this lady gives you a Great Ball. The Great Ball is amazing because it is better than your normal Poké Ball. So we'll get to a stopping point. Let's go ahead and we'll talk to these trainers and then we're going to go and heal. And save. Pokemon type and move type, this is called the same type attack bonus. gym badges are related to items. So just go to the Pokemarts generally, and then I'm going to save. There are two options. You just have Pokeballs and potions kind of early on. And then there's some mail-related things. A heal ball is a ball that restores HP after you catch it. Not really that big of a deal because you can always heal afterwards. Alright, we're going to stop here. We're in Striaton City. Pause for now.